Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Sorry I didn't do a video last night. I wanted to watch the entirety of the Justice League Fan Edition that was provided by Your Movie Fix. This link is available on YouTube. I'm going to put it down in my description below for you all to watch. You go and watch it on the Mega Upload, whatever that site that he links in his description. So it's kind of like a double link, I guess, you know. But I want you to be able to go to his site first, and then he relays you to the other site. So then you can watch the Justice League Fan Edition. It is about 2 hours and 7 minutes, although that also includes credits and other things in the back. But it is longer, a little bit longer than the theatrical cut. A little bit more on that after whatever I'm going to talk about on this show. And that's basically what happened today, and that is the live fan of questions and answers for Facebook on Entertainment Weekly. SHAZAM, that's right, SHAZAM. Zachary Levi and I think his name's Ashley. I forgot his last name. I'm totally blanked out. But the kid, they came on and they talked about SHAZAM. Not in very much detail. It was actually a whole big delay. It was supposed to have been out on an hour before, and then they delayed that, and then they waited a little bit longer. Then they finally came on, and it was just a bunch of questions that was not really pertain too much with the movie per se in terms of plot details. So it was a fun, silly kind of thing, and not gonna lie, I was kind of like, oh, that was it, really? Well, you know. But I gotta say, the way they acted together, or the way they were together, they had some great chemistry between the cast members. So I'm actually happy to see that. I mean, I don't want them to be not happy to be there, but they look like they're having fun. That's good. That's always a good positive thing to be on a film set, you know. And someone has said that, I think Nana Adu had mentioned that it kind of reminds me of like Suicide Squad's cast. You know, yes, it does remind me of like the Suicide Squad cast. They're having lots of fun. They're being great together. You can't really say Billy and Shazam's chemistry is great together when that's literally he's talking to himself, unless in the movie he actually talks to himself. But they're pretty much going to be in separate scenes all the time, because one girl says Shazam and they do the great big Shazam, you know, but it's not that hard really. So and that's okay. We get to see how their chemistry is like. That's fine. I expected more. You know, to be quite honest, we had the Shazam logo right here, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's so much more colorful." Really, Suicide Squad had like rainbows in its logo, and nobody said anything about that. But it's okay. It looks like a superhero movie. It looks like a more family friendly, I guess. You know, with the bolder red, the lightning bolt. It looks like Shazam. I mean, and to our surprise, they actually just pretty much just copied David F. Sandberg's blendered 3D logo of Shablam, and they just kind of used that as the format in any case for Shazam official logo. So that's the Shazam official logo. The cast seems great, and you know, I gotta be honest. I mean, I really thought they were gonna do some kind of reveal, Entertainment Weekly magazine cover reveal of the official suit reveal, instead of seeing high resolutions, but instead of seeing behind the scenes sets of the suit, I wanted them to see like him looking like that or something, you know, something to grasp at, and they didn't do it. So, and I'm wondering if maybe that was the delay, right? Maybe that was the delay where, because they had something gonna show, but maybe New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers says, hey, you know what, we decided not to do that. We can't do that, so just answer some silly questions and we'll be done with that. You know, we promised something, but we're not gonna go through with it. So maybe something like that was in place. Now I was thinking, okay, when it showed Zachary Levi says, hey, everybody come on set and here's the whole family, I would have flipped out if Henry Cavill shows up in the back, or Dwayne Johnson shows up in the back and says, hey, I would have flipped out. But that didn't happen. But you know what, I'm pleased to say that Henry Cavill, all right, posted last night his Instagram, a funny Instagram video, and he is totally clean shaven, right? And he has his little memorial for his mustache gate. He plugs in a little image of his own Justice League CGI'd mouth. He even jokes that this is not CGI. I totally did that, and I am like, oh my God, yes. If he done that, when he does that, we gotta be on the lookout if he's gonna start playing Superman again. Okay, I mean, it could be James, but he could be another movie altogether that requires him not to have a mustache and beard. Some maybe for a commercial or GQ. I don't know, what's something like that. Sure, modeling, sure, but that is one step towards a possible cameo, a possible of him being actually in the Shazam film. Now once people start filming him, once henrycavill.org or whatever sites that find him, once we find him in like Toronto, then you know something's up. Unless they shoot him inside of Warner Brothers Studios in a separate area, you know, but maybe they throw him in a scene or something like that. But I gotta say, I am totally excited to see that maybe something's happening, especially talks of brewing that Man of Steel 2, or in this case a Superman standalone. We can't say Man of Steel 2 because I don't think Zack Snyder is going to be involved, but a Superman standalone may be coming up soon as well. We know Warner Brothers is trying to get the core characters up and running. So hey, I don't know, but just having him just shave off that mustache, that gets me super excited. I know it's just a cosmetic thing. You're like, you crazy? It's just look, I shave a mustache, but I'm really excited because to me, it just feels like it's one step closer to him being back as Superman, and I cannot wait to see that happen. Now, I'm glad he's Superman, though, because if this happened, oh my God. DJ Catrona's evidence is revealed. This is from a past and a possible future that we actually was able to skip. Okay, so DJ Catrona was in this Superman suit, and I don't remember. I could have sworn this movie was not live action and it was gonna be a CG movie. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. But that looks terrible. I mean, terrible. I mean, maybe he just put it on and he didn't bulk up yet. But I mean, anybody could bulk up, right? But it's so blue. It needs a little bit of red to break off all that blue. And I'm surprised the boots are blue. Like, that's weird. That's just weird. But I mean, the Supergirl Superman looks better than that, you know, and that didn't look that great either. So I mean, the Superman and Supergirl was bulkier than that. So, but I'm glad that we skipped that altogether. And then this revealed today, the whole Justice League members that was supposed to be happening in that Justice League Mortal movie, directed by George Miller, but. And it has some Silver Age in there. It looks okay, but for that time, for now, modern times, I don't think it's really acceptable. So, I mean, I put out this picture. I just did it real quick. I just stuck the Pornhub on there, and Dave Pina made a joke on it. Thanks, Dave, at Film Junkie. But you're welcome. It just reminds me of that. And people were talking about this, it's a porn parody, and I'm just like, you know, let's just throw it out there. It's just for fun. But, you know, I gotta admit, you know, what Christopher Mark said is that, yeah, it would have been really interesting to see a George Miller directed Justice League. You know, I'm not gonna lie about that. I think it would have been very interesting, aside from the costumes, aside from how it looked. A George Miller directed Justice League would have been, you know, it's been pretty awesome. I don't know what the script is. I've never read it. So I don't know what actually entails in that movie, but having George Miller on, I'm a huge fan of Mad Max, so I don't know. I think it would have been quite something, but for now, I think we dodged a bullet. and we got the Zack Snyder universe, and I can't be any more happy about that. Of course, not all of Zack Snyder's universe has been what Zack Snyder envisioned, and we all know the Justice League movie has been tampered with, very much so, and so we don't have any clue if the Snyder Cut is ever going to be released. But in the meantime, like I've said in my other video, that the fans have come together and edited quite a gigantic film, and tried to make it more along the lines of what Snyder envisioned. It's not going to be the total detail, don't get me wrong. Snyder Cut comes out, that's the one I'm watching. But for now, if you want to see something along the lines that are more in tone with Snyder, or at least respectful of what he has done in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, you can't go any wrong than some of the fan cuts that are coming out. Now, I watched the Justice League Ultimate Fan Edition last night, and I'm gonna put it. I told you it's in the description, so make sure you watch that. But here's my little review of it. Okay, so first, for the starters, they did put that. You have to watch it yourself, but for starters, they did an homage to the music, at least to the Justice League animated series in the beginning. But I love the opening, though. The opening is kind of a recap of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, but very focused on Superman, focused on him and his mom, you know, the speech in there. And so it has a better way of getting you to that emotional core of Superman's death by the end of that speech. And it's in Man of Steel, that whole speech where he tells his mom that I'm not going anywhere, and we know what happens with that. So it's very powerful, very moving, and it works way better. He took out the cell phone footage of Superman with the mustache gate, but the CGI'd lip. And so he put those two in with Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. It's a nice recap, and I think it works very well, very, very well. It gets into and it has the Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL music. I think it's more Junkie XL with the Batman theme from Batman v Superman for that rooftop scene, and then it cuts nicely and very well, and the music from Wonder Woman, and I love all that stuff. They took out some cues here and there of some weird jokes here and there, but not all the music was great, though. I gotta admit, some of the stuff that is done in the tunnel battle scene, for instance, I think AB director did a better job in including Junkie XL's and Hans Zimmer's music. And especially at the ending, the final battle of the Justice League Fan Edition is all Mad Max Fury Road music, and I love Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack. I listen to it once in a while. I love that score, but because I know what that is, it's very distracting for me for that scene. I would have rather have them put Junkie XL or Hans Zimmer or Batman v Superman or Man of Steel or even Wonder Woman a soundtrack within those scenes, rather than a movie that I recognize like Mad Max Fury Road. I think that actually didn't quite work very well. So I'm very eager to see other cuts on that, and I think AB director has done something like that. I could be wrong, but I love the inclusion of the Superman return scenes. I love where he placed it. It's a little bit choppy, a little bit. I would have rather have the Superman getting his suit and then cuts right to Alfred, but I understand where he placed it, and I really like them how the scenes they added for that. I love how they took out the alien, who's that lady who was on the news broadcast. And they took out Thirsty. They took out quite a few things. But the best parts, I think, of Justice League Fan Edition Ultimate is the beginning part where they have a little bit more of Superman. The part where Superman comes back. And the part where he's with Lois on the farm and they have these little flashbacks. I love those. It's very quick, but it really gives it a lot more service to it, especially the Man of Steel music when he sees his mom. Those little bits and parts of it actually is very, very effective in actually giving you that feel of it's a connection between the Justice League movie and Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Those scenes, it really adds to the feeling of it's actually part of this universe. You know, it's not trying hard to be taken away from the Zack Snyder universe. So I love those parts of it. I love the part where Cyborg connects in and you actually see a little bit of dark side. Although that dark side, I know that clips from Injustice, but I love those little things, those little its and bits and pieces, and it makes you wonder, man. I really wish we could see a lot more. I really wish they would release some more deleted scenes so that these fan cuts can be a little bit more elaborate, a little bit more Superman, a little bit more things, you know, things that would make it feel right, how it should be, and it just makes you crave for more. Really, it just really makes you crave for more. Really makes you a little bit more sad that the official one it doesn't even compare in terms of the feeling and the emotional core of it. And so I'm really excited to see what the Ultimate fan cut, which is supposed to come out this Sunday. However, that one, by Heroic.Gateway, his Instagram was hacked unknowingly. Sam from JVS told me about it, and they don't know who hacked it, but it was hacked. And it probably wasn't Warner Brothers because they didn't get a cease and desist letter. Usually you get that before they do anything. So he is gonna try to put it on something. He has a YouTube channel now. Maybe he's gonna open up a new Instagram. So hopefully he'll get something out. And Sam did say that let us know the link, and then YouTubers like myself will let everybody know. We'll put it in our description so everybody can watch it this Sunday. I'm just like so eager to watch it. Someone else sent me a link about all these other fan cut links. I gotta find that. I gotta dig that up. Maybe I can put that too. But there's a lot. There's a lot of fan cuts, and I understand. It shouldn't be replacing the Snyder cut that we may or may not get. I totally understand it. But in the meantime, you know, these are fans like you and me, who want to see something more along the lines of what a Snyder version would be like. You know, the colored grading, the music, everything like that, taking out the jokes. So the silly jokes. It doesn't have to be, you know, Flash face planting on Wonder Woman. You know, that's just terrible. But you know, so it's just fans creating things for other fans such as you and I. So I think we should, you know, be respectful for that, but understanding that even us fans who make these fans cut, the fans that are making the fan cuts also wants the Snyder cut. So it's not like they're trying to be instead of the Snyder cut. We're just doing this in the meantime, just get our taste going, and hopefully one day we'll get the Justice League Snyder cut. So that's that. So anyway, what do you guys think about the SHAZAM live event today? Were you also just as disappointed as I was, or you were okay with what happened, or you knew that was going to happen? By the way, the official SHAZAM website is out now. The official Facebook SHAZAM website is out now, so go check those out. And also, what do you think about Henry Cavill taking off his mustache? There's some funny video there. And are you hoping he is Superman SHAZAM? I hope you are. Justice League Justice League Mortal. Do you think we dodged a bullet, or you would have really wanted to see the George Miller version of that? And please check out Justice League Ultimate Fan Edition. Let me know what you think of that if you saw it. I'm pretty sure you saw. Hopefully you saw it by now. I know the links were going out like crazy last night, and this earlier today. And hopefully we get to see the Ultimate Fan Cut. Hopefully Heroic.Gateway gets to something to put together so that everybody can watch it, and hope to see more. I just hope to see more. I'll see you all. You know, there's no reason to say I was first or my cut was this. You know, everybody does fan cuts. You know, fan cuts been happening for years and years and years. I watch it all. I'll watch it all. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.